Hello everyone and welcome to our training today on 5 steps to define who your ideal client is and how to make your marketing easier by doing that. So welcome, I'm so glad you're here today. I'm so glad you're spending time with us. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jenny Baker. I'm a successful life coach and business strategist. I've been doing it for 22 years now. Wow. So much fun. I've been having a lot of fun in the last 22 years. I'm a $1 million producer and I help women, Christian women, one-on-one as well as in a group setting. I do run masterminds. I have one for growth mindset as well as another for startups and reignition. So if you want to reignite those passions in that business, it's been sitting stagnant for a while, reach out, give me a call, link arms with us. We link arms in the group, we share resources, we laugh a lot, and we have fun growing our businesses. So welcome and thanks for joining me today on 5 steps to define who your ideal client is and how to make your marketing easier through that. So you ask first, why do we need to define our ideal client? Okay. The top biggest reason is that we want to save you time. We want to save you headache. We want to save you money. Okay. Actually, that's 3 reasons, but those are all conglomerate together. So we want to save you time and money. So let's say if you are a mindset coach and you are not defining your ideal client and you're marketing to, let's say, auto mechanics or dentists or doctors, how far do you think you're going to get? Probably not very far. You know what? As a mindset coach, you might get a few people, right? But it will not happen easily and efficiently. So the reason why we want to have your ideal client defined is we want to make sure we're marketing to the right people, the people that you love to serve, right? Because we want you to have fun in this journey. You are given God's gifts and talents. And so we want you to be able to use those gifts and talents and forget about the weaknesses, right? We want to empower you to use your strengths and use them well and serve those people with the strengths that you have. So that's why we want to identify our ideal client. So one thing before we start, I want to give you permission to dream big, okay? Sometimes we think, oh boy, I just have to take everyone, right? I have to take everyone that knocks on my door. I have to take every client that wants to come on board. Well, you don't. Okay, I'm giving you permission to dream big. I want you to dream about what your ideal business is going to look like. Okay, so what that means is I have my clients visualize what their day-to-day looks like when they're working with clients, whether it's in a group setting or whether it's one-on-one or whether they're doing events. We look at who their ideal client is. Who would they really, really want to be working with? Okay, it's probably someone who's motivated for change, correct? And so we want to identify today those qualities so that way we can hone in and you can enjoy your work a lot more, okay? So one mistake I made in my business, I've been doing this for 22 years, so I've made a lot of mistakes. And this is why I love to empower other coaches, because I want you to save time and money off of my mistakes, okay? So along my journey, there's points in time when I was like, somebody would come to me and they'd say, hey, I have this great idea for a business. I'm really passionate about X, Y, and Z. And they would talk to me. We would do an initial consult to see if we were a good fit. And we would chit chat together. And I would really realize like, yeah, I could help this person, but I'm probably not the best fit for them. They should go find a different coach. And so I would offer that. And I'd say, you know what, I just don't think we're the best fit. But you know what? I have XYZ and I have a lot of resources and referrals that I make out to other people and coaches in the industry. And so, but then they say, oh, but my girlfriend said that you worked with her and this is what you helped her with. And so then I would kind of feel bad, like, oh boy, maybe I should work with them. And so in a couple cases I did, because I felt like, okay, I can help them, but I can't help them with the entire journey that they have. And so what happened in that is that, yes, of course I helped them. I helped them start their businesses. I helped them grow and succeed, but I did a lot more work. Do you know how? Because I had to go research things that I wasn't an expert in, or I had to contact my friends who were experts in that industry, and I had to learn new things I wasn't confident in. And so when I come to the table, when we were doing our sessions, I would say, okay, here's what I learned from my research, or here's what I learned from my friend who's an expert in that industry, but I can't really explain the full way to implement it and what's best for your business because this isn't my forte. Now, mind you, they gave me grace because they're the ones who wanted to hire me. And so they were expecting that in advance because I told them that. But what that made me do is it didn't make me feel confident in my business, right? It didn't make me feel confident in my coaching. When I come to the table and I serve my clients, I want to feel 100% confident with what I'm telling them. That has worked in the past. It's been a proven system. It has worked for people for 22 years or how many ever years, it was since I had that previous client. But I want to come to the table and I want to feel confident as a coach. And so today, this is one of the other main reasons why we're looking at your ideal client is because I want you to come to the table and feel so incredibly confident, but I also want you to love what you do. I don't want it to be so much work for you, right? I want you to just love it and be able to serve your clients and say, wow, people are paying me for this, okay? So with that said, I want you to dream big. I want you to think about who you would love to work with. Like, what makes your soul feel good inside? What makes you feel confident? What makes you smile at the end of the day and say, wow, I could teach on that forever and ever and ever, okay? Those are the kind of clients that you want to gravitate to. Those are the kind of clients that you want to say, I want to attract you. This is how I can serve you. So let's dive into step number 1 of how to identify your ideal client and make your marketing process easier. So number 1 would be to identify their goals and their values. So we're going to look at what are their want statements, okay? For instance, I'm just going to use a lot of examples for myself, and so that way then it can resonate with you. So just turn it, depending upon if you're a health coach, a mindset coach, a financial coach. I'm a business coach. And so what my clients are looking for, their wants and desires are to have accountability. That is usually number 1, accountability in the process. And number 2 is they want the process laid out in front of them. They want to know what step we're doing next. How do I do this? So because I'm so overwhelmed. That's my biggest statement. I'm so overwhelmed and I don't even know where to start. I have this great idea, I have this great passion in me, but I don't know what to do with it and where to even go. So my clients want accountability and they want a step-by-step process because they know I'm going to save them time and money by following that process versus them veering all over the place, right? Okay. And then what we're going to want to know is what are their personal and professional personal and professional commitments to themselves. So what are they committed to? Are they committed to professional development? Like what kinds of things are they saying to you or that your ideal client does that would say, okay, I know this person is motivated to move and they will be a good client. So that way you don't feel like you're dragging them along, okay? Because we don't want clients that we're going to be dragging along. We want people that are motivated and ready to move, or at least I do anyway. Okay, so step number two to define your ideal client, excuse me, is find their source of information. Okay, so what that means is where are they looking for their information? Are they going to blogs? What social media avenues are they using? Who are their gurus? Like, where are they hanging out? Where do they spend their time to get their information? Because just like in number one, if they are committed to professional and personal development, maybe their guru is someone you've heard of. So you might want to hang out in the same place, in the same Facebook group, on the same LinkedIn group as those people hang out in, or follow them. And that could be your ideal client, whoever follows X, Y, and Z person who's an expert and a guru in something. So you want to identify those. Now, the reason why you want to do that is that it is going to save you time and money. Okay, so we want to talk about the right message at the right time to the right person, okay? Once again, I'm going to say the whole auto mechanic thing. Like if you're a mindset coach and you are marketing to auto mechanics or doctors or dentists, you're kind of missing the mark. You're not hitting the right person at the right time in the right place, right? So we want to identify, where do they find their sources of information? Because that's going to save you, first of all, a lot of time, but money if you're doing advertising, if you're doing paid advertising as well. So number 3, I'm actually going to read this off my cheat sheets because I don't know them by heart. So number 3 is demographical information. Okay, so demographics, hold on one second, I'm going to grab my sheet. Okay, so there's a long list of them. That's why I don't want to miss any of them for you. Okay, so number 1, we want to have name, age, gender, marital status, number of kids, age of kids, occupation, location, education, title, income, and their quotes. Okay, one way to do this, which I found is a little bit easier for most women. Most women we have big hearts, we're compassionate, and we connect, okay? We connect here. And so to create this, you visualized who you want to work with, right? It feels good. Okay, now I want you to step out of it, like kind of take the emotion out of it, step back and go, okay, I'm going to create this fake person, literally fake person, okay? You're going to give this person a name and you are going to identify the qualities that we just talked about. I am going to drop a link to, I've got a PDF for you to grab that has all this information on it as well. So I will drop that link afterward. So don't worry about not understanding like, I didn't get all 15 of those, Jenny. It's okay. I got your back. No big deal. So, okay, so we're going to create that fake person so that way we can figure out, so we can figure out exactly who they are and we can identify them in their particulars. So we're going to come back to this at the end and I'm actually going to read you mine, but I want to go through step 4 and step 5 next because you'll see it all come together in one person. All right. So number 4, you want to list out their challenges and their pain points. So this is what I would consider even their fears. Okay. So you want to limit these things to things that you can help them with. Obviously, you don't want to have like fear of the dark, fear of the woods, fear of water, whatever it is. If that's not something you help people with, do not put it on your list, please. Just identify with those fears and those pain points that you can actually help them with. Okay. So with that, they want to, like, let's say, I'll give you an example. So I'm afraid of not feeling healthy when I turn 50 or 60 or 70, whatever ages I could say. So as a health coach, you can say, okay, my ideal client is scared and afraid of not feeling healthy or in shape or whatever the words might be for you. Another one might be, someone's feeling frustrated because they don't know the first steps in starting their business. That's what my ideal client says a lot, right? They don't know the first steps. And so we're going to identify those pain points so that way we can hone in on our marketing a little bit easier. So number 5, in the 5 steps to define who your ideal client is to make your marketing easier, we want to identify the objectives to the sale and their role in the purchase. Okay, so the role in the purchase means like if you're working business to business deals, you want to make sure that either the person, like, are they a decision maker or are they just an advocate? Are they going to have to go to someone else to make the decision? Because then your pitch is going to be a little bit differently, all right? If you're talking right to the decision owner, you can just explain everything right then and there. If you're talking to an advocate, you're going to need to put things in terms because they're going to be the one relaying the message to the decision maker. So you better tweak things in a way that they're going to want to, that's going to sound more appealing as it is spoken out loud to the decision maker or in an email. So okay, so identify the objections. So for instance, identify why your client won't work with you at this point in time, right? So you basically want to get inside their heads because this will help you understand their objections and it will help you create your copy and your sales scripts. So if you know what objections they have, you can have a clear answer to that objection and not be like fumbling around, right? And this isn't salesy, this isn't pushy. but it's coming up with, if you're a problem solver, it's coming up with a solution to that problem. So let's say, for instance, someone contacts me or you, and it's $10,000 a year to coach with this person. Okay, to get better health results, to have a shifted mindset, to start a business and grow a business, scale a business, all these kind of things. And so the person may say, and I'm actually going to read this. So the person may say, I don't have that kind of money right now. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I've heard that objection quite a few times in the last 22 years. So it's a very common one. So you're going to want to have a good answer for that one. So in a non-salesy way, I come up with a solution to the problem. So you don't have $10,000 right now. So I say, it's okay, Susie. I understand. When you start with our mastermind, we talk about the low-hanging fruit and how you can create income as fast as you can. So that way you don't have to worry about money as much. Your business will help you to make payments. Oh, and speaking of that, we do offer a payment plan. So would you like to hear about what that looks like and how we can make this opportunity work for you today? Okay, so right then I took the pressure off. I told her, like, okay, this is what we're going to do in the mastermind. We're going to help you to create revenue right away. We're going to grab that low-hanging fruit so that way then your business can help pay for those payments. And I offered her a payment plan. She doesn't have to give me $10,000 or basically 6 or 3, depending upon what program she's in with me. She doesn't have to give you all that money up front. I actually create a payment plan for people. So that way then it's a no-brainer. It's like, oh yeah, okay, Jenny just took the weight off. Okay, yeah, this sounds like a good deal to me because I really want to do it. I just know when I talk to my husband, he's going to say no because we don't have $10,000 to just give to Jenny, right? Okay, but now I gave her information. I solved the problem. Excuse me, but now she's going to be able to go and talk to her husband about it or her partner about it and say, hey, Jenny has a payment plan, and guess what? We're going to try to create income within the first 2 months that I work with her, because she's going to figure out how we can create income and grab that low-hanging fruit so that way we can get momentum in my business and get things up and running. Okay? So always, always, always create a solution to the objections that your clients have. So now circling back, I wanted to show you exactly what my ideal client is. So you can see how all of this kind of comes together, right? And so I'm gonna read this too, because I don't have it verbatim in my head. So I called my gal Adventurous Kate, because she just sounds fun. Doesn't that sound fun? Adventurous Kate. I want to work with any Adventurous Kate I can find. So Adventurous Kate is 40 to 50 years old. She's married. She has 2 to 3 maybe college age kids, like getting out of high school kids. She's the wife of a corporate executive. She loves to be adventurous. She's a Christian. She's compassionate, and she's motivated to make the world a better place and be successful in her coaching business. She has time and money to invest in her business, but doesn't know exactly how to start or market her business. She enjoys being social and feeling like she's part of something. She's teachable and wants to reignite her passions and help others in her coaching business. She enjoys growing personally and professionally through Bible studies and women groups that she's involved with. So Kate, Adventurous Kate's quotes, do you want to know these? So these are so fun. So this kind of was the funnest part for me, to figure out, get inside of Kate's head, my ideal client, and figure out what Kate wants. So these are words that would come out of Kate's mouth. She would say things like, I like to surround myself with people smarter than me. Yeah, sounds good. I want to refocus on myself and my passions and do something with my time to make an impact in the lives of those I serve in my coaching business. Sounds great. I feel inspired to start a coaching business and help others, but I don't know where to start. So, you know what? I love Adventurous Kate. Adventurous Kate is who I want to work with. Okay, so I offer this to you. I invite you. If you are an adventurous Kate or adventurous Susie or adventurous Monica, whatever your name might be, if you are that adventurous ideal client of mine, I invite you to book a call with me and chit chat about how we can either start your business or reignite it. Like, let's get that up and running again. Let's get it growing. And like we talked about, grab that low hanging fruit within the first 2 months. So that way you can start creating revenue in your business. So like I said before, I will drop the link below on where to reach me, but I'll also drop the link below for that downloadable guide as well. So I just want to say thanks for allowing me this time to serve you. I had a blast, and I hope everyone has an amazing rest of the week. Bye for now.